Hello, everyone. I'm Emma. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. This is your space to listen, to repeat, to shadow, and to learn English at a slow, natural pace. And this is day 18 of our 30-day English Shadowing Challenge, Series 2. If this is your first time joining us, don't worry. Each day covers a completely different topic, so you can start today and still get full value from this lesson. You haven't missed anything. Congratulations to those who've been following along. You're now officially past the halfway mark. You're building something incredible here, and I hope you can feel that progress. Today is day 18, Daily English for Confidence. Let me paint a picture for you. You're in a conversation with a native English speaker. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's a new friend. Maybe it's someone you just met at a coffee shop. And they ask you a simple question. So, what do you think? And suddenly, your mind goes blank. Not because you don't have an opinion, you do. Not because you don't know English, you've been studying for months, maybe years. But because you don't know how to say what you're thinking in a way that sounds confident. So instead, you say something like, I think maybe it's good? And your voice goes up at the end like you're asking a question instead of making a statement. And the person looks at you, waiting for more, but you have nothing. So you just smile awkwardly and hope the conversation moves on. Does this sound familiar? Here's what my students tell me all the time. Emma, I know a lot of English words, but when I speak, I sound unsure. I sound like I'm guessing. I don't sound confident. And here's the truth. Confidence in English isn't about knowing more vocabulary. It's about knowing the right phrases that make you sound clear, direct, and sure of yourself. Native speakers use these phrases every single day without even thinking about it. Phrases like, honestly, to be honest, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure, actually. These small words are like confidence boosters. They make everything you say sound more natural and more believable. Today, I'm teaching you 40 essential phrases that will transform the way you speak. These aren't fancy academic phrases. These are the everyday expressions that native speakers use in normal conversations to sound confident, friendly, and clear. And here's the best part. They're short, they're simple, and they work in almost any situation. Here's how we'll practice. I'll say each phrase once, then give you a complete example sentence. Each sentence will be repeated 3 times, normal speed first, then slower, so you can really hear every word. Then normal speed again. Shadow me. Match my rhythm. Match my tone. And most importantly, say each phrase like you believe it, because confidence isn't just about the words you use, it's about how you say them. Ready to start speaking with more confidence today? Let's do this. Category 1. Sharing your opinion confidently. These phrases help you express what you think without sounding unsure or weak. I think. Very casual and safe. You can use this with anyone, anytime. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. In my opinion, more formal than I think. Perfect for work or serious discussions. In my opinion, this is the best choice. In my opinion, this is the best choice. In my opinion, this is the best choice. I believe. This sounds more serious than I think. Use it when you feel strongly about something. I believe we can do better. I believe we can do better. I believe we can do better. Personally, great for showing. This is your opinion, not everyone's. Personally, I prefer coffee over tea. Personally, I prefer coffee over tea. Personally, I prefer coffee over tea. The way I see it, casual phrase meaning, from my point of view, nice with friends or colleagues. The way I see it, we need more time. The way I see it, we need more time. The way I see it, we need more time. If you ask me, very casual and direct. Best with friends. Shows confidence. If you ask me, that's too expensive. If you ask me, that's too expensive. If you ask me, that's too expensive. To be honest, makes you sound sincere and truthful. Super common in everyday English. To be honest, I'm a bit tired. To be honest, I'm a bit tired. To be honest, I'm a bit tired. Honestly, same as to be honest, but shorter, very natural and friendly. Honestly, I don't know the answer. Honestly, I don't know the answer. Honestly, I don't know the answer. I'd say, sound spotful, good for giving opinions or estimates. I'd say it takes about an hour. I'd say it takes about an hour. I'd say it takes about an hour. I feel like. Very casual, common with friends, softer than I think. I feel like we should leave now. I feel like we should leave now. I feel like we should leave now. Perfect. Notice how these phrases immediately make your opinion sound more valid and thoughtful. Category 2, expressing certainty and knowledge. Use these when you're sure about something and you want others to know it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Confident, but not 100%. This is very natural and one of the most common phrases. I'm pretty sure the meeting is at 2. I'm pretty sure the meeting is at 2. I'm pretty sure the meeting is at 2. I'm certain that. More formal, shows you're very confident about something. I'm certain that this will work. I'm certain that this will work. I'm certain that this will work. I know for a fact. Very strong. Only use this when you have proof or personal knowledge. I know for a fact she's coming today. I know for a fact she's coming today. I know for a fact she's coming today. I'm confident that. Professional and formal. Great for work situations. I'm confident that we'll finish on time. I'm confident that we'll finish on time. I'm confident that we'll finish on time. Definitely. Can be used anytime, with anyone, shows strong agreement or certainty. Definitely, let's do it. Definitely, let's do it. Definitely, let's do it. Absolutely. Even stronger than definitely, shows 100% agreement. Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely, you're right. For sure. Very casual and popular with young people. For sure, I'll be there. For sure, I'll be there. For sure, I'll be there. That's right. Simple way to confirm something is correct. Neutral tone. That's right. Today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday. Exactly. Perfect for showing complete agreement. Very natural. Exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly. That's what I mean. No doubt. Casual way to say you're completely sure about something. No doubt she'll pass the test. No doubt she'll pass the test. No doubt she'll pass the test. Excellent! These phrases help you sound sure and confident when you speak. Category 3. Agreeing and supporting ideas. These phrases show that you're engaged in the conversation and you support what's being said, and you want others to know it. I agree. Simple, clear, and works in any situation with anyone. I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely. That's exactly what I think. Perfect when someone says, what you're already thinking shows strong agreement. That's exactly what I think too. That's exactly what I think too. That's exactly what I think too. Will work. You're absolutely right. Shows full agreement and support. Very positive. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. I couldn't agree more. It more formal means you agree 100%. Great for work discussions. I couldn't agree more with your point. I couldn't agree more with your point. I couldn't agree more with your point. That makes sense. Say this when you understand and agree with someone's logic. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Good point. Casual response when someone says something smart or true. Good point. I didn't think of that. Good point. I didn't think of that. Good point. I didn't think of that. That's a great idea. Encouraging way to support someone's suggestion. That's a great idea. Let's try it. That's a great idea. Let's try it. That's a great idea. Let's try it. I see what you mean. Neutral way to show you understand someone's perspective. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean now. I'm with you. Very casual. Shows support and agreement with someone. I'm with you on this one. I'm with you on this one. I'm with you on this one. Fair enough. Say this when you accept someone's point, even if you don't fully agree. Fair enough. You have a point. Fair enough. You have a point. Fair enough. You have a point. Great work! These phrases make you sound supportive and engaged in conversations. Category 3, politely disagreeing. These phrases let you disagree without sounding rude or aggressive. I see your point, but polite way to disagree. You respect their view first, then offer yours. I see your point, but I think differently. I see your point, but I think differently. I see your point, but I think differently. I'm not so sure about that. Soft disagreement, not too strong or rude. I'm not so sure about that idea. I'm not so sure about that idea. I'm not so sure about that idea. Actually, I think. Super common. Gentle way to offer a different opinion. Actually, I think we should wait. Actually, I think we should wait. Actually, I think we should wait. To be fair, use this to add balance or show another perspective. To be fair, both options are good. To be fair, both options are good. To be fair, both options are good. On the other hand, presents the opposite view, professional and clear for discussions. On the other hand, it could be risky. On the other hand, it could be risky. On the other hand, it could be risky. I see it differently. Polite way to disagree without being aggressive. I see it differently than you do. I see it differently than you do. I see it differently than you do. Perfect. Now you can disagree politely without hurting anyone's feelings. Section 5. Clarifying and adding information. Use these when you want to make your point clearer or add something important to the conversation. What I mean is, very helpful when someone didn't understand you the first time. What I mean is, we need more time. What I mean is, we need more time. What I mean is, we need more time. In other words, explains the same thing in a different, clearer way. In other words, it's too expensive. In other words, it's too expensive. In other words, it's too expensive. Just to be clear, make sure there's no confusion. Good for important points. Just to be clear, the meeting is tomorrow. Just to be clear, the meeting is tomorrow. Just to be clear, the meeting is tomorrow. By the way, very casual, adds extra information or changes topic slightly. By the way, did you eat lunch? By the way, did you eat lunch? By the way, did you eat lunch? Wonderful. Now you can make yourself clear in any conversation. Fantastic job, everyone. You just learned 40 phrases that native speakers use every single day to sound confident and clear. Now, let me show you exactly how to use these phrases in real conversations. Let me show you how to combine these phrases naturally in real situations. Situation 1. Giving your opinion at work. Your manager asks, "What do you think about the new project plan?" You say, "Honestly, I think it's a solid plan. In my opinion, we should focus on the timeline first. That makes sense to me." Listen and shadow. Honestly, I think it's a solid plan. Honestly, I think it's a solid plan. Honestly, I think it's a solid plan. Situation 2. Agreeing with a friend. Your friend says, "I think we should try that new restaurant downtown." You say, "That's a great idea. I'm with you on that. I've heard good things about it. For sure, let's go." Listen and shadow. That's a great idea. I'm with you on that. That's a great idea. I'm with you on that. That's a great idea. I'm with you on that. Situation 3. Politely disagreeing in a meeting. Someone suggests, "Maybe we should launch next month." You say, "I see your point, but I'm not so sure about that. Actually, I think we need more time. To be fair, rushing could cause problems." Listen and shadow. I see your point, but I'm not so sure about that. I see your point, but I'm not so sure about that. I see your point, but I'm not so sure about that. Situation 4. Expressing certainty. Someone asks, "Are you sure about this?" You say, "I'm pretty sure, yes. Actually, I'm confident that this is the right approach. Definitely, we should try it." Listen and shadow. I'm pretty sure, yes. I'm confident. I'm pretty sure, yes. I'm confident. I'm pretty sure, yes. I'm confident. See the difference? These phrases make you sound like someone who knows what they're talking about. Amazing work today, everyone. You just learned 40 phrases that will help you speak with more confidence in every conversation. Now, let me tell you something important. Confidence in English doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from sounding like you believe what you're saying. Native speakers aren't confident because they never make mistakes. They're confident because they use phrases that make them sound sure of themselves. And now you have those same phrases. Here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, pick 3 to 5 phrases from today that you really like. Write them down in your phone or in a notebook. Then find 3 opportunities to use them. It could be in a real conversation. It could be when you're talking to yourself. It could be when you're practicing in front of a mirror. Doesn't matter where, just use them. For example, tomorrow morning, when someone asks, "How are you?" instead of just saying good, try saying, "Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good today. How about you?" Or when your colleague asks for your opinion, start with "to be honest" or "in my opinion." Or when you agree with someone, don't just say yes, say "I agree" or "that's exactly what I think." These small changes make a big difference. They make you sound more natural, more confident, more like a native speaker. And the more you use them, the more automatic they become. Soon, you won't even have to think about it. These phrases will just flow naturally when you speak. One last thing. I want you to remember, you don't have to use big, complicated words to sound confident. The phrases we learned today are simple but powerful. Because confidence isn't about showing off how much you know, it's about communicating clearly and believing in what you say. And you're learning how to do exactly that. So before we finish, I want you to practice one phrase with me. Say it out loud, like you mean it. I'm confident in my English. Say it again. I'm confident in my English. One more time. I'm confident in my English. Good. Now believe it. Because you're here, you're learning, you're improving every single day. That's something to be confident about. Remember, you can always go back and review any section using the chapters. Each phrase is there waiting for you whenever you need it. Thank you for being here today. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 19. Keep shadowing, keep practicing, and remember, confidence comes from action. So speak up, use these phrases, and watch yourself grow. See you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye.